Hi, everyone. This is Carrie with Dimwit Criminals, and we're preparing for the Letecia Stauch trial. And I thought it would be a great idea if I kind of went over some of the players in this trial. We're going to talk about the judge, the prosecutor, and the defense team so we can kind of have a little bit of a background on these guys when the trial starts. So let's start with the judge. Honorable Gregory R. Warner. Judge Gregory R. Warner was appointed to the district court in August of 2006. Judge Warner graduated magna cum laude from the University of Colorado in 1983 with a bachelor's degree in political science. He graduated from the University of Colorado School of Law in 1987, where he also served on the Law Review and published an article. He began practice in Colorado Springs as an associate with a sole general practitioner. In 1990, he began working as an associate for a law firm which emphasized insurance defense. In 92, he became a claim litigation counsel for an insurance carrier with an office in Colorado Springs. He has tried a number of jury trials throughout southeastern Colorado and federal court. He has argued cases in the Colorado Court of Appeals and the Colorado Supreme and the 10th Circuit Court of Appeals. All right, now I found an evaluation on him that's dated 2020. So let me read that for you guys. The 4th Judicial District Judicial Performance Commission voted 7-3 that Judge Gregory R. Warner meets performance standards. Judge Warner has served the community as a district court judge since 2006. The 2020 Judicial Performance Survey report shows some major areas of concern. The commission acknowledges that since the last evaluation, Judge Warner has had an atypical and difficult caseload, including a death penalty case and additional judicial casework assignments, and has experienced the death of several close family members. Numerous survey respondents noted that Judge Warner maintains an efficient docket and courtroom. The commission's concerns stem from survey responses that indicate Judge Warner's scores are well below the average for all district court judges. Judge Warner's area of weakness include demeanor with a score of 2.9, below the average of 3.5. Ooh, now I can't wait to see how he is. Diligence with a score of 2.9, which is below the average of 3.4. Application and knowledge of the law being fair and impartial to both sides of the case with a score of 2.9, which is below the average of 3.3. And basing decisions on evidence and arguments and issuing consistent sentences both with scores of 2.6, which is below the average of 3.3. Judge Warner also had lower than average scores in case management and communications. Overall, it is the commission's assessment that while Judge Warner runs his courtroom efficiently, he needs to address these areas of concern to avoid being rated as a marginally effective district court judge. Comments such as arrogant, demeaning, inability to listen, and lack of self awareness repeatedly came up to describe Judge Warner and his dealings with those that appear in his court. Ooh. Those comments were countered by positive comments like efficient and fair. After further interviews, observations, and feedback, the commission is convinced that Judge Warner will take the necessary steps to address these shortcomings, and their 7-3 vote reflects this determination. The commission interviewed Judge Warner, observing him in court, reviewed his self evaluation, written opinions, judicial performance data, comments from attorneys and non attorneys, and the judicial performance survey results from 2017 and 2020. It should be noted that a new methodology for the survey, I guess I'm saying that word right, was used this year in which lower response rates may be attributed. So it's affected all the judges across the board and is not an explanation for individual results. The commission also spoke with representatives of the district attorney's office and the public defender's office. Okay, so now let's go on to the DA, the district attorney, Michael J. Allen. Michael J. Allen is a Colorado native and a U.S. Navy veteran. I love it. He enlisted into the Navy after graduating from Arvada West High School and served as an aviation electronics technician. Most recently abroad the USS Carl Vinson until receiving an honorable discharge in 1998. He then earned his undergraduate degree from the University of Northern Colorado and then his law degree from the University of Kansas. Michael began his career as a prosecutor as an interned in the Johnson County, Kansas District Attorney's Office and the Kansas Attorney General's Office and the Douglas County, Kansas District Attorney's Office. Whew, that's a mouthful. He joined the 4th Judicial District Attorney's Office for Teller and El Paso counties in 2011 and has served the Pikes Peak region in several roles. Most rewarding for Michael as serving as the line deputy district attorney managing the Veterans Trauma Court docket. He was able to put his own military experience to use to ensure that the Veterans Trauma Court was focusing its resources in the right cases and defendants that needed and deserved a second chance. At the same time, he knows that violence and career offenders demand our full attention, and he has worked hard to protect public safety. He has been named as the 4th JD's Homicide Prosecutor of the Year in both 2015 and 2017. He is married and has 2 sons. His oldest son teaches high school history and his youngest son serves in the United States Navy. Michael Allen was sworn in as the elected district attorney of Colorado's 4th Judicial District on January 12th, 2021. All right, now let's go down to the defense. Joshua Tolini. Mr. Tolini graduated from the University of Colorado Law School in 1998. He worked in the public defender's office for almost 4 years before leaving to start Barker and Tolini PC. Mr. Tolini has argued domestic violence cases before the Supreme Court of Colorado, litigated and won search and seizure issues against federal drug task forces, and successfully defended several high-profile homicide cases. His areas of practice are criminal law, domestic violence, homicide cases, domestic violence and negligence, drug violations, and sex offenses. All right, now his partner in crime on this case is going to be Will Cook. Why choose Will Cook? Will Cook should be your attorney because he has a potent, this is from his website, you guys. Will Cook should be your attorney because he has a potent mix of experience, savvy, and compassion. Will started his legal career at the Public Defender's Office in Memphis, Tennessee, and later worked as a prosecutor in Colorado Springs. He also worked for the federal government in the United States Department of the Interior. Through that experience, he learned the ins and outs of how a prosecutor puts a case together. He earned a reputation as an excellent trial attorney. In private practice, Will continued to hone his skills as a trial attorney and continues to perfect his craft. Knowing the ins and outs of the prosecution's case allows him to dissect it as few other attorneys can. Other attorneys marvel at his ability, really, to persuade a jury to have compassion for his clients. Will has prevailed in every type of criminal case with his unique combination of smarts, common sense, and persuasion. Call it Southern charm or call it compassion and credibility. Will works hard to allow juries to see the human side of his client, to focus on the facts and disputes, and to acquit. You may find attorneys with cleaner desks, but you won't find an attorney over whose desk has passed more difficult cases. Will listens, Will investigates, and then Will puts that information together to give his clients powerful themes to negotiate or litigate a way out of the criminal justice system. Give Will a chance to earn his seat at the criminal defense table. Call, text, or email him today. Sounds desperate. Okay, so anyway, those are the players. And of course, we know the main player in all of this is Miss Stauch herself. And we'll go into more on her later. I'm going to do a separate video coming up before the trial on the timeline, just to kind of bring everybody up to par on what happened. So when we get ready to watch this trial, we're going to have all that fresh knowledge. And because most of the stuff if you're like me, you watched this back when it all happened, and we just kind of have to remind ourselves of all of the activities that went on. So be on the lookout for that. And in the meantime, you guys have a blessed day and a wonderful week, and I will talk to you soon.